Hello, welcome to everyone in this video. This is our lecture number 15. 14 lectures are covered to solve the problem asked in the book, that is the Thermal Physics by Garbansal Ghosh, as well as the other book, that is the Thermal Physics by Roy Gupta. Right? So this is the part 7 of these books, and the rest of the lecture the solution of the another book, that is Roy Gupta. Okay. So if you want to watch the previous lecture, you can go through the description box, link are given there. And also if you want to watch the theoretical part of thermodynamics, there are separate playlist, you can go to the description box, link are given there. In this video I want to discuss question number, that is actually problem number 1 to problem number 6 of chapter 4 of this book, that is the basic concept of thermodynamics. So let's start with problem number 1, which says that a given mass of mercury at atmospheric pressure and 0 degree is heated to 10 degree. So the temperature increased from 0 degree temperature to 10 degree temperature at atmospheric pressure. Calculate the pressure coefficient and the final pressure necessary to keep the volume is constant. So here the volume is constant. You need to find out the pressure coefficient and final pressure, where alpha and beta are given here. Okay. So in the last theoretical lecture, we just confusing to find out the expression of alpha and beta. So now we want to discuss about the alpha and beta, then proceed to solve this question, right? So any system, any macroscopic system, the pressure, volume and temperature are correlated. For ideal case this is PV equals to RT, so these are the correlated. So you can write this pressure is connected as the RT by V, so the pressure is the function of V and T. So from differential equation you can see dP equal to del P del V at constant T dV. That means the pressure varies along the x-axis, along the pressure varies along the so if you take this is V and this is T, so point there to that you can change this is from along that direction, this is pressure variation with respect to volume, and this is dV, and this one del V del T and to dt, right? So from this change plus this change you will be get total change, right? So dP can be written as like that. In case of isobaric process, dP equals to 0. So if you put this equal to 0, so this must be equal to 0, so this is nothing but minus of that one. So if you rearranging, then you will be get del P del T at constant volume equals to del P del V at constant temperature and del V del T constant pressure. Now the coefficient of volume expansion, is nothing but 1 by V, that one is. So this V equals to V0 1 plus alpha T, like that. Okay. So V minus V0 equals to V0 alpha T. So alpha is nothing but V minus V0 by V0 T. Okay. Right. So this is written as like here 1 by V, V0 is V, and del V is the change, V minus V0 is the del V, and del T is the temperature change at constant pressure. So isothermal compressibility is like that. This is the compressibility is the inverse of volume expansibility. So this is nothing but the inverse of this one at isothermal process. So from equation 2, you can see here from equation 2, where is the equation? Del P del T. Oh, this is the equation number 2. This is the equation number 2. So from equation number 2, del P del T at constant T equal to del P del V at T. Del P del V at T equals to this, and del V and del V del T at constant V, this is equal to alpha V. Okay. So if you putting this will be gets obtained. So from equation 1, so if you put this here, del P del V at constant T, del P del V at constant T equals to like that. Sorry, del P del T at constant V equals to like that, and another one, sorry, del P del V, this is one, and next one is the del P del T at constant V, del P del T at constant V, del P del T at constant V. So this is like that. So if you put this value in from number equation 1, you will be get this one. So rearranging them, you will be get this one. For isochoric process, because here the keep the volume is constant, so this is the isochoric process. dV equals to 0, so this is dP equals to alpha by beta T dt, right? So the pressure coefficient is nothing but this one is the pressure coefficient alpha by beta t. So use this value as given. Alpha and beta t is the given in this question. Alpha and beta is given in this question. So the pressure coefficient will be like that. And dp equals to like that, since the dp equals to alpha by beta t into dt, if you integrating you will be get p2 equals to like that. So p1 is the initial atmospheric pressure, this is one, and alpha by bt is equal to that one, and temperature difference will be this. So this will be the final pressure. Clear? Next one. Calculate the coefficient of volume expansion, that is the alpha, and isothermal compressibility, that is beta t, for Van der Waals equation. So you know the coefficient of volume expansion, this one, and beta t equal to like that. From the Van der Waals equation, p plus a by v square, v minus b equal to rt. So p equals to like that. So dp equals to can be written is like that, derivative just, and take separate out dv and dt. And you know in the previous problem you can see here this dp equals to like that, dp equals to like that. So if you compare this one, I written here, so if you compare these two equation, you can say that is this one is equals to that one. So this is only this, this is equals to that one. Coefficient of dv are equal and coefficient of dt are equal, right? So if you divided these two things, you can easily find out the value of alpha, and from value of alpha from equation number 2 you will be get the value of beta t. So by this way you can find out alpha and beta t. Next one, the isothermal compressibility and the expansion co coefficient of substance are given like that. Derive the equation of state. You know this is the equation, just write down the previous one. So if you put this value of beta t and alpha, so you will get this equation, and this now this is the isothermal process, so dt equals to 0, so this portion 0, you will be get dp equal to this one. So separate out p and v, integrating you will be get this answer. Simple. Next one, the equation is like that for parametric subgenerator m equals to k b by t, so that this relation is valid. So m equals to k beta by t, so you will be get del m del t at constant t. So if you derivative this with respect to b at constant t, you will be get k by t. Now b is rearranged as that k 1 by k mt. So del b del t, so del b del t is nothing but m by k, and then t equals to kb by m. So del m del t del m equals to minus kb by m square. So if you product these three things, you will be get this one, that is the minus one. Clear? Go to the next one. An iron wire of cross section area 0.01 centimeter square under a tension of 10 Newton, and temperature is 20 degree, stretched between two rigid support 1 meter apart on solenometer board. If the temperature fall to 0 degree centigrade, find the final tension and the frequency of vibration, density, and these are the given. Young's modulus and the linear expansion is given. So for first we just uh, wanted to point out the formula, that is here the tension is related to length and temperature, so this can be written as function of length and temperature. So if you take del df equals to like that, so if df f equals to constant, df equals to 0, so if you equating this equals to 0, you will be get this expression. So finally you will be get, sorry, you will be get this expression. Now the Young modulus, you know this is nothing but force per area length by L. So f by f del f by del L written as del f by del L, and this L by A. Okay, and the coefficient of linear expansion is nothing but this is the linear expansion. You know the L equals to L0 1 plus alpha t. So L minus L0 equals to L0 alpha t. So L minus L0 by alpha t, sorry, LT equals to alpha. You can see here 1 by L here. This is delta L and this is delta t, right? So you will be get this one. So from using these two equation in equation number 2, if you put these two equation, you can get this expression. From here you will be get this one, and from equation number 1, just before we discuss, the process will be same. From equation number 1 you will be get this expression, and using this dl equals to 0 when this is the fixed, when these are the fixed, you will be get these two are equals to 0, right? So df equals to this one, and now if you integrating, you will be get this expression. Now the final tension, that is the force will be F1 plus this. So just put this value given in your question, you will be get 58 Newton. And the next one is the fundamental frequency. You know fundamental frequency 1 by 12 root of F by m. And m is nothing but mass per unit length. So mass equals to rho into V by L. V is nothing but cross section area into length. So length cancel out, rho into A. So put this value, density, cross section area, and this is changed into centimeter square to meter square. And this is 4 tensor Newton. So all in the SI unit, that is Hertz. Clear? Next question. The length of the mercury column of a liquid thermometer is 5 centimeter, where the contact is triple point. Triple point means the point is 27.3.16 degree centigrade. That is the melting point. And the empirical temperature when the length of column is this. So when the length is 7 centimeter, what will be the temperature? And the next question is the mercury column at the stream point. That is the 373.15 degree cent 15 Kelvin. Okay, so you know this relation for the thermometer, that is the length of the liquid with the temperature. That is actually linearly proportional. Length is proportional to temperature. When the temperature is increased, the length will be increased. This is the simple L equals to theta L by 273.16 triple point. This is the triple point, that's why this is triple point length. So if you put this value L equals to 7 and triple point length is 5 centimeter, you can easily find out the temperature at which the length with this 7 centimeter. And the next one is the temperature is given, you need to find out the length. So L equals to this one, put this value, this temperature is to 373 and this is the 5 centimeter, so you'll be get 6.83 centimeter. Clear? So I think clear. If there is any doubt, you must comment in the comment box. And for theoretical part, you can go through the description, link are given there, separate playlist for theoretical part. This is all about me, and this is my contact detail. You can connect with me with this Telegram channel, and this is my online platform, and this is my YouTube channel details. Go to this channel, you'll be get different physics related videos like this session. If you learn something from this session, and share this video to your friends, either he or she also get benefit from this video. Share this channel. If you're new in this channel, those already subscribed, thanks for subscription. Press the bell icon to get the notification of upcoming videos. So take care. We'll meet in the next video as soon as possible. Thank you.